everyone, welcome to the Arrowhead Economic Opportunity Agency offices in Duluth. Thank you so much to AEOA for hosting us. Duluth is beautiful. It's a beautiful day, and I'm really happy to be here. My name is Grace Arnold. I'm the Commissioner for the Minnesota Department of Commerce, which is the state agency which administers Minnesota's Energy Assistance Program. Thanks to the Citizens Utility Board Executive Director Andy Levinson-Falk, the AEO Energy Assistance Coordinator Jean Pelletier for joining me, and our recipient Mary, who you'll all hear from today. Minnesota's Energy Assistance Program has proven its value as an effective, efficient way to ensure families have homes that are safe and warm. The state program, operated by Commerce, is entirely funded by the federal Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, which we call LIHEAP. The federal budget proposed by the Trump administration would eliminate LIHEAP. Our state stands to lose an estimated $125 million in funding each year for this program. Those funds would help about 125,000 income-eligible Minnesotans to pay their utility bills and provide emergency services. But this program is about more than money. The average benefit for households this year has been just over $700, and those funds make a big difference in people's lives. Without energy assistance, thousands of Minnesotans would face higher energy costs, and beyond that, they would be at risk of having their utilities shut off in the middle of winter, receiving no help when their furnace breaks, or have no heat in the middle of winter, or being forced to choose between heating their homes and buying groceries or medicine. We're especially concerned about people living on fixed incomes who heat their homes with delivered fuels, and they have no help paying for the $800 to $900 to refill their propane tank, and then would have no heat in the middle of winter. We need Congress to make decisions about these programs based on facts and not fiction. Here are some key facts about the Energy Assistance Program in Minnesota. Energy assistance pays directly to utility companies and fuel vendors. It helps lower utility costs for all utility ratepayers by reducing the cost of past due or unpaid bills that utilities then pass on to other customers. Commerce is very transparent about who gets energy assistance. We have an online dashboard that's updated every Monday. You can see how many households receive benefits in each county, how much their average energy costs are, and how much benefit they receive. If you look at energy assistance based on congressional districts in Minnesota, we have the same number of people in each district. You'll see that District 8, which is here in Northeast Minnesota, has more households receiving benefits, the average benefits are higher, and more of those households receive emergency benefits than other parts of the state. This funding makes a meaningful difference to the lives of people in this region. For more than 4 decades, the federal government has been a reliable partner in funding LIHEAP to keep energy affordable for all in the state. The program has had bipartisan support for years, and we need Congress to continue to be a reliable partner and to act responsibly to continue funding for the Energy Assistance Program. Eliminating this vital program is not government efficiency, it's abandonment. So now let me introduce Andy Levinson-Falk, the Executive Director for Citizens Utility Board.
Thank you. Good morning. As Commissioner Arnold said, my name is Andy Levinson-Falk, Executive Director of the Citizens Utility Board of Minnesota, or CUB, a nonprofit advocate for energy consumers throughout the state. We keep a close eye on trends related to energy affordability, and last year more Minnesotans faced utility shutoffs than in any year in our records. 91,000 Minnesota households had their electricity or gas service disconnected for non-payment in 2024. This far exceeds any previous year going back to at least 2015. And those 91,000 households count only customers of regulated utilities, which publicly report their data. It doesn't include Minnesotans who are served by rural electric co-ops or municipal utilities, or people who struggle to find the money to refill their propane tanks. Residential customers of Minnesota's regulated utilities now owe a combined $143 million in past due bills. This figure has been persistently high since the pandemic. Compounded by the cost of housing and inflation throughout the family budget, energy is unaffordable for too many Minnesotans. Where is this need coming from? The need is greater in greater Minnesota. Average energy burdens, the percent of household income that's spent on energy, are significantly higher in rural Minnesota than in urban areas. and the majority of energy assistance funding goes to Greater Minnesota. It's seniors. Nearly half of the Minnesota households that receive energy assistance have a person over 60. About 4 in 10 households that receive energy assistance have a member who's disabled. 17% have a child under the age of 6. And nationally, 20% of recipients are veterans. Facing a utility shutoff can have really severe health effects on a household. About 1/3 of Americans have gone without necessities like food or medicine in order to pay utility bills. Expenses can stack up with the shutoff. Your food can spoil. To get the shutoff sorted out, you might have to miss work. 2/3 of Americans who take out payday loans do so in order to pay for regular expenses like utility bills. Eliminating energy assistance could have severe effects for the hundreds of thousands of Minnesotans who depend on it. CUB is concerned about the proposals to eliminate this essential program, and I'm speaking today to strongly encourage Congress to fund it at the highest level possible. Thank you, and with that, I'll introduce Jean, Energy Assistance Coordinator for AEOA.
Hello, good morning. I am Jean. I'm the manager of the Energy Assistance Program at AEOA. Throughout the season, we receive calls from community members that are in emergency situations, whether it be a utility disconnection, out of or low on fuel, or a heating system emergency. We may be able to resolve these life-threatening situations when funding is available. But if YHEAP funding is cut, there will not be options to help our community members in need, and there are likely people that will not be able to stay in their homes. We do survey our recipients, and many of the comments, they're retired, they're on Social Security, the program helps them to stay in their home with the high cost of fuel oil. If they didn't have the program, they would be able to afford to put fuel oil in their tanks and heat their home throughout the winter, especially with the fuel prices. My husband died, leaving me in dire financial crisis. Without this assistance, I couldn't stay in my home. So this program is definitely an essential need for our area. Now I will introduce Mary, who is a recipient.
Good morning, my name is Mary and I receive energy assistance, and I have actually started receiving energy assistance a long time ago when we had 5 children in the house and I was the only income. So I think we got a flyer in our electric bill, and that's how we first started this. And then we moved up here and I went to work up here, and my husband went to work, and we didn't use it anymore. But now we're retired, and we're of the generation that was told by our parents, don't worry about it. You have Social Security coming. You'll be just fine. Well, that's not true. Without energy assistance, there is no way we could be in our home. We have propane is our main heat, or our only heat. And, you have to pay for that tank before you can get another tank. And it's not like a disconnect that you can pay a little and put them off. You've got to have so much in that tank to maintain the pressure. This year, our boilers started making terrible noise. We knew it was the blower motor, and we called AOA, and that was over $4,000 bill just to fix the blower motor. We couldn't have done it, but AOA sent somebody out and they fixed it. So there is no way. We own our house, we own our property, but we can't even keep up with taxes and stuff. So without energy assistance, it would just be that much harder. I certainly think energy assistance needs to be funded at its full run. Thank you.
Thank you. We are happy to take any questions. Chatty bunch.
Commissioner, do you want to talk about why we're concerned that this cut could go through because of the staff eliminations?
Sure. So it's probably a little bit helpful to have some context. This is a program that's been in existence for a long time. It's had bipartisan support. As part of some of the restructuring efforts, it was within the federal Department of Health and Human Services. You've seen a lot of news about cuts at the Department of Health and Human Services. the program staff at the federal level for this program have been eliminated. And so we're really concerned that that is an indication that what was put forward in the president's budget is a really serious attempt to defund the program that's helping so many Minnesotans.